In the event of an emergency evacuation, please follow these guidelines. If you are seated in the lower rows of level 100, please walk down the stairs to the floor, proceed through the nearest portal, and exit the building. For the upper rows of level 100, walk up the stairs to the concourse and exit through the nearest doors. Those seated in 200, 300, or loge seating, walk downstairs to the concourse to exit through the nearest doors. Elevators will not be in service, but event staff will be available to guide and assist you.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and welcome to Thompson-Boling Arena and the Haslam College of Business commencement exercises. I am Lane Morris, the Associate Dean for Undergraduate Programs here in the Haslam College of Business. This day represents a milestone accomplishment in the lives of our students. Please remember that this is a formal academic ceremony and the appropriate decorum is expected. Please be respectful throughout the ceremony and remember that the focus of the day is on our students. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, please stand for the academic processional. The processional includes the graduates of the Haslam College of Business class of 2023, faculty representatives led by the Marshal, Dr. Debbie Mackey, who carries the college banner, Haslam College Dean Stephen Mangum, University of Tennessee Chancellor Dondi Plowman will lead the commencement stage party that includes the commencement speaker Shelley Sun and the UT President Randy Boyd and the members of the college administration. Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, please remain standing as you are able. Gentlemen, please remove your caps and join Haslam's own Kate Smith in singing the national anthem. Kate is joined by members of the volunteer brass, Nathan Kaufman, Alexis Kilgore, Nathan Roddy, Hugh Lindsay, Anderson Johnson, and Braden Jones.
Please go ahead and be seated. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to graduation time in Tennessee. Thank you for joining us on this special occasion. We are fortunate to have both Chancellor Plowman and UT System President Randy Boyd with us today. We look forward to their remarks. We appreciate their strong leadership of our great university. We are also fortunate today to have several Haslam College of Business faculty and academic leaders in attendance today. Our thanks for the work they do in creating and delivering the educational experiences of today's graduates, and for the thought leadership they provide in creating, sharing, and applying knowledge for the betterment of the world that we live in. Thank you, faculty. A warm and special welcome, of course, to the families and loved ones of today's graduates. Thank you for your loving support of these students. You have been there to share their victories and to help them through times of frustration and disappointment and, of course, growth. You are important to making today possible. Thanks for all that you have done. And, of course, a special shout out to today's graduates. You made it. We are proud of you. Today is all about celebrating you. Today you've accomplished something truly big. Your UT diploma is your ticket to the world. Your diploma opens doors, doors that are as plentiful as your imagination and your personal drive. Please know that you will always be counted members of our Haslam College of Business family. As you scatter to the world, know that you always have family here at UT in Knoxville. We look forward to hearing of your professional accomplishments and to welcoming you home over the years to come. One thought for you by way of advice as you depart Rocky Top, and this is advice that my own mother shared with me many, many, many years ago on the day that I walked across a similar stage at my own graduation ceremony. Her advice was simple: be wise and have fun. And if you have to choose between the two, always choose to be wise. Congratulations to each of you and to your families. I now invite my colleague, Dr. Lane Morris, back to the podium. Lane?
Thank you, Dean Mangum. One of the many traditions at the University of Tennessee is the Senior Impact Campaign. Since its inception in 1991, each graduating class has conducted a fundraising campaign designed to leave a legacy for the students who will follow them. We would like to thank the class of 2023 who made their first gifts to the university as our newest alumni. We would also like to thank those family members who contributed as well. Generosity like this has had a significant impact on your education, and you will impact those who will follow you. Because of gifts like these, along with private funding and our alumni's unwavering support, the Haslam College of Business can continue to build on its legacy of excellence. The university challenges all graduates to be proud, be involved, and be invested. Make one gift of any size every year. Thank you, class of 2023. At this time, we would like to recognize our top graduates of the class of 2023. There are 18 top graduates in today's class, and their names can be found in the program. Top graduates, if you will, please stand and be recognized. Please stand. And now, it is my highest honor and privilege to introduce an alumnus of the Haslam College of Business and the president of the University of Tennessee System, Mr. Randy Boyd.
Well, good morning. On behalf of myself and on behalf of the University of Tennessee System, with 5 campuses across the state and 433,000 alumni across the world, I want to say congratulations to you on this tremendous accomplishment. And as Dr. Morris just mentioned, it's a special honor to be here today with you. 1979, 44 years ago, I was the first member of my family to ever go to college and graduate, and I was sitting in the same seats that you are today. So it's a particular honor for me to be able to say congratulations now, and I look forward to being on the stage, shaking each one of your hands as you cross by. Well, I've got one bit of advice for you. You're going to get a lot of advice today, but I'm going to give you one bit of advice that you might actually remember. And the reason why you might is because you only need to remember it for about an hour and a half. And the advice is this: You're here today because so many people cared for you and supported you. Faculty, friends, family, and they're all here today to support you. So at the end of this ceremony, make it your job, your first job after graduating, to go to each one of them and tell them how much you appreciate them. So again, you'll get a lot of other advice, but this one hopefully you'll be able to remember and do take advantage of. Well, you're in luck, because this isn't the first time I've given a commencement speech. The first time I did was 15 years ago, and happened to know that it was very long and very boring, because a good friend of mine the next day saw me at lunch and came up to me and he said, and I was thinking, you know, I rocked that speech. And he came up and said, Randy, your speech was really long and really boring. But he gave me some advice, 3 bits of advice that I managed to retain. The first one was, tell stories. Stories aren't boring. People like to hear stories, so tell stories so you're not so boring. Second, it's helpful if your story has a point. It doesn't have to have a point, but it's just helpful if it actually has a point. But the most important thing he reminded me of was, remember, nobody came here to hear you speak, so be short. So I'm going to keep that in mind and share with you just one story, because I'm not your commencement speaker, and you'll be thrilled to have her speak here in a moment. But I'm just going to tell you one story. The moral of the story is dream big. And I share the story because in the last 10 years of my career, I got some of my best advice through this story. So here's the story. So before I was the president of the University of Tennessee, I used to be the Commissioner of Economic and Community Development for the state of Tennessee. It was one of the best jobs ever. You guys are all young, and one of you may have an opportunity to serve in that role one day in the future. If a governor calls you and offers you the role of Commissioner of ECD, say yes. It's one of the best jobs in the world. Your job is this. You travel around the world talking to CEOs of major companies like Nissan and Ford and General Motors and Volkswagen, and you tell them how great your state is. And if you're successful, they will place jobs in your communities next to your friends and family and create lots of economic development. It's a wonderful job to have. And I love the job, the time that I was there. We were able to create 53,000 jobs and $9 billion worth of investment. But in those 2 years, my favorite moment was a single hour on a trip that I took to Israel with the governor and a whole group of other business leaders. Every now and then when you're in this job, you'll travel to other countries to develop connections with the business leaders in that country. So we took this 1 week to go to Israel and did all the normal things that we would normally do, connecting with other business leaders. But on the last day, the Friday, just the governor and I had the opportunity to meet with Shimon Peres. Now, I'm going to guess, because you all are so young, you probably don't know who Shimon Peres is, but he was a big deal when I was growing up. I'll just tell you a little bit about him. So Shimon Peres was president of Israel, not once, but twice. He was a member of the cabinet 12 different times, and 3 times as a cabinet member, he was the prime minister. So not just a member, but the leader of the country 3 separate times. At the age of 26, he was the minister of defense. In Israel, defense is kind of a big deal. Imagine being in charge of the defense of your country at the age of 26 years old. Oh, also he won the Nobel Peace Prize. So this guy has done a lot of amazing things, but he's 92 years old. So I'm thinking, you know, at 92 years old, he's probably not going to be as sharp as he once was, but it didn't matter. I just wanted to be in his presence, just to shake his hand, to say that I met him. And I was so wrong. The minute I met him, the governor and I he opened the door to his office, and there was this immaculately dressed, brilliant gentleman. And I remember the governor years after would always describe him as being one of those people that, as opposed to starting at 30,000 feet and helicoptering down, he started at 30,000 feet and helicoptered up, because his view of the world was so deep and so broad. So we sit down with him. Oh, I should mention this. At the end of the meeting, I'm walking down the hall, and the governor looks at me and says, "Hey, you were taking notes, weren't you?" And I said, "No, I was just as mesmerized as you are. I didn't write anything down." I think for the most part, the governor liked the job I did, but in that moment, I know I disappointed him. He just kind of shook his head. "I can't believe you didn't take notes." But I do remember a few things. And I'm going to share those with you. So we sat down, the governor and I on a couch, he's at a chair looking across from us, and I think we were a little awkward, and who wouldn't be? Shimon Peres. So we didn't really know how to start the conversation, and I think he was used to that. So he helped us with a question of his own. He said, oftentimes when people meet me, one of the first questions they ask is, "What was your greatest accomplishment?" I thought, wow, that's a good question. I wish I thought of that. But this is going to be good, right? So Prime Minister 3 times, a defense minister at age 26, Nobel Peace Prize, all these things. I wonder what he's going to say. He says, when people ask me what my greatest accomplishment is, I always tell them, my greatest accomplishment will be what I do tomorrow. And then they ask me, what was your greatest failure? And I always tell them, my greatest failure was failure to dream big enough. And then he went on to say some other really brilliant things that I've totally forgot because I didn't take notes. But I do remember how he finished. At the end, he said, you're old when you can count more accomplishments of the past than you can dreams of the future. And you're forever young when you can count more dreams of the future than you can accomplishments of the past. Always dream big. I would like to share just one last final thought with you. So while this is a big day for you, you're a part of something even bigger. This year, 8,484 other UT students across the state are graduating and becoming members of the University of Tennessee alumni. And 5,159 of those are graduating right here at UT Knoxville. And that's a big deal and something to be really proud of. There are literally hundreds of thousands of UT alumni across the world making a difference individually and collectively in their communities, in their state, and the world. And so will you. So as new alums, I'd like to leave you with these 3 challenges. First, live a life that leaves the world a better place than you found it. Second, live a life that honors the traditions of UT Knoxville and makes former alumni proud. And finally, third, live a life that will provide or inspire future generations that will follow you. So again, congratulations on this great accomplishment, and always dream big. Thank you.
Thank you, President Boyd. And now it's my honor and pleasure to introduce today's commencement speaker, Shelly Sun. Shelly Sun's full bio sketch is provided in today's program. The list of achievements and recognitions is lengthy and very impressive. Here are a few excerpts from the program. Shelly Sun is an alumnus of the Haslam College of Business and completed her undergraduate degree in accounting. Shelly founded Bright Star Care in 2002, and today Bright Star has more than 365 franchised and corporate-owned locations nationwide. Bright Star Care has been consistently recognized as a top company in several franchising trade magazines and organizations. In 2017, Shelly received Haslam's Entrepreneur of the Year award. Shelly has partnered with the Haslam faculty in an advisory position to develop franchising program and course content. Shelly, welcome home and welcome back to Rocky Top. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming our commencement speaker, Shelly Sun.
Thank you, Associate Dean Morris, for the generous introduction and for the honor to celebrate my fellow volunteers as you are recognized for your hard work and new beginnings. President Boyd, Chancellor Plowman, Dean Mangum, distinguished deans and department heads, thank you for all you do to ensure UT students receive a high-quality education at our beloved school. A quick thank you to my friends and family that are here with me this morning, my twin boys, Luke and Mike, my fiance and the love of my life, Sean, my mom, my dear friends, Sherry, Baki, Steve, Gail, Amy, and Ross, my colleagues and friends, Monica and Teresa, my friend Cordell Riley, who brought the inspiration for a franchise program to life and partnered with me to do so, and then my favorite professor during my 4 years on campus, Dr. Stenga. Students, today is your day, and I'm honored to be here to celebrate you. 35 years ago, when I was waiting tables at the Copper Cellar on the Strip to pay for my own education here at the University of Tennessee, I couldn't have imagined that fast forward to today and I would be addressing this amazing graduating class of 2023. Whether I was studying, socializing, or cheering on our Vols, my University of Tennessee experience is something I will always cherish. And as you look around, it's important to recognize how you and your peers persevered, even during a pandemic, to reach today. You are hardcore. You are winners. But don't worry, today is not going to be another speech about pivoting during the pandemic. The words of the day are not going to talk about unprecedented times or a new normal. Instead, the word of the day is going to be evolve, because you now are ready to evolve. Whether you're receiving a degree in accounting, finance, management and entrepreneurship, supply chain management, or marketing, you can use the lessons I'm sharing as you adapt and evolve to achieve the fulfilling life you're dreaming of. But I also want to challenge you to give back to this world that so desperately needs your ambition, talent, passion, and energy. As you cross the stage to receive your diploma, I want you to remember that you are now equipped to pursue your own dreams, as well as to serve others who can benefit from your unique skills and personality. As I share my own story of evolving from a graduate with an accounting degree to a mother of twins who founded a rapidly growing corporation, I will weave in comparisons to our fabulous Vols football team. Similar to the Vols, we must show up and give our best. Look for gaps in the coverage so we can advance the ball. Recognize that it takes a lot of people to get the win. Understand that there will be fumbles, but we must keep our head in the game to be better the next time. And that a winning season is created from many plays across many games. So starting with my story, for the first 14 years of my career, I used my accounting degree, as you would expect, as an accountant. I started in public accounting and then held various roles across several industries. During those years, I did more than just what was expected of me, more than what fell within my area of accounting. I said yes whenever an opportunity arose. Sometimes I said yes before an opportunity was even presented to me. But what does that even mean? It means that I took on additional responsibilities at work. I expanded my knowledge beyond accounting. I offered up my time and energy when I noticed a need. I evolved beyond the role I was expected to fill. When I was with a company receiving fines for not enrolling newly insured members in a timely manner, I offered to step into an operations role to fix it, and I did. Fixing it provided economic value to my employer by helping to evolve our internal operations. But it did so much more than that for me personally. It provided me with essential experience. It is incredibly valuable to look for what you can do beyond what you were just asked to ask what more you can or should do, and seek out solutions that can benefit others. In fact, your greatest evolution may come from identifying a need for something that doesn't even exist yet. That's exactly why I founded Bright Star Care. In the early 2000s, we were looking for care for my grandma, Pat. We were looking for a home care company to provide a high-quality care for both medical and non-medical care. But there wasn't one single company that offered all of that in just one organization. So in 2002, I founded Bright Star Care with just a single location. And now, over 20 years later, we have more than 380 company-owned and independently owned franchise locations, serving over 50,000 clients and families each year. We not only provide peace of mind and a higher standard of care to more moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas, but our team members are also willing to evolve to meet unexpected needs. One recent example is when many of our brave frontline nurses stepped up during the pandemic to help with COVID screening at airports and food processing plants, and even assisted with a clinical trial for one of the COVID vaccinations and one of the COVID therapeutics. Looking for opportunities to provide solutions is fulfilling, and it enables us to improve the lives of others. But I won't sugarcoat it. Resolving problems and creating opportunities isn't quick or easy, but the effort is worth it. My years in corporate America and as an entrepreneur have required grit, hard work, resilience, critical thinking, and hope. Many of the same traits needed in our determined UT football players. And on October the 15th, our football team demonstrated all of those traits when we brought down Alabama. Woo! So let's go back to that day. Do you remember how you felt when you saw the ball wobbly sailing through the uprights and you saw the fireworks go off over the stadium? Sorry for the cost of the uprights. It was beyond exciting, and I cheered alongside my fellow Vols. The good news is that you will have more moments like that in your life. Those individual victories are truly special. But in reality, the fireworks didn't go off because of those few seconds the ball was aloft. We also needed all of the moments leading up to that kick. We outplayed our opponent with the 78 different plays we ran. The team shifted and evolved to take advantage of every single opportunity needed to secure the win. There were hundreds of players, coaches, and fans who helped make that win possible. Everyone on the team has a role to play. But like the South Carolina game, your career may have unexpected losses. You'll apply for a job or a promotion and it falls through. Maybe you'll work for a company that downsizes and unexpectedly lays you off. You'll go into some situations expecting a win. Instead, you'll leave with lessons learned and a chance to evolve towards something even better. You'll also experience some absolutely amazing career-changing wins. One of mine was being selected for CBS's Undercover Boss. But they did initially reject me, but I refused to take no for an answer. I put together all the reasons why they should consider me for the show. They had never had a woman. They had never had an entrepreneur that bootstrapped, did not come from money, bootstrapped and built a very successful company. And after letter after letter, I think they were just tired of having me continue to write, and so we were ultimately featured on the show. Inflection points like this will be a part of your career as well. A spark of inspiration, a decision to say yes, a refusal to accept a no, and stretching beyond your comfort zone. These moments can change the trajectory of your career. Be open to new opportunities, as that is the key to finding your unique path and discovering the true depth of your potential. That's why I want to emphasize that the diploma you received today is not the end of something. It's a starting point. As you think about leaving campus as a student for the last time, you might have a vision of what your career will look like. But I want to assure you, if you continue to say yes and pursue opportunities with the irrefutable UT spirit, you will evolve into something far more successful than you can even imagine. When I was in your shoes 31 years ago, I walked across the stage to receive an accounting degree. I evolved into an entrepreneur. Then I evolved again. I channeled my passion for helping others pursue their entrepreneurial dreams by franchising Bright Star Care. I have found franchising to be an exceptional way to be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So I combined two great passions, franchising and my beloved University of Tennessee, to create a franchise certificate program. In the coming years, my endowment will provide more exposure to the benefits of franchising for our undergraduate and graduate students, and hopefully do a whole lot more good right here in Knoxville. So today, as you sit there waiting for me to end this speech so you can get your diploma and start your celebration, it's wise to remember that you didn't get to this place alone. Of course, you did the hard work. You put in the time, energy, and intention. You passed your exams, and you met the requirements for graduation. But many of you also had a support system that included parents, siblings, friends, high school teachers, religious leaders, and college professors. They had your back, and they are so proud of you today. Similar to the support our athletes receive, they've cheered you on, picked you up after a tough loss, and motivated you to push through. So as you step forward, be sure to remember those who have helped you get to this point and are cheering you on in the journey ahead. As we inch closer to your big moment, I want to encourage you to look at your career as a season. I want you to leave everything on the field, every single game, every single play. I want you to look at each opportunity that comes your way, adapting and evolving so you can make the right play for that moment in time. There will be touchdowns, there will be fumbles, there will be joy, and there might even be a few tears. But this is your season, your kickoff. It's time to get on the field. I know that each one of you has something unique to bring to this world. We may not know what that special something will evolve into yet, but we do know that it all begins today. Congratulations to the class of 2023.
Shelley, thank you for your inspirational remarks, and to all of your guests, we welcome you as well. Thank you for being here. And now, as President Boyd, Chancellor Plowman, and Dean Mangum make their way to the front to shake hands with our graduates, we ask the graduates to remain seated until your row is invited to move towards the stage. Also, graduates, please remember to return to your seats after you have crossed the stage. At this time, Mr. Charles Prim will present the graduates from the Haslam College of Business class of 2023. Charles?
Thank you and good afternoon. Today, our graduates will be introduced individually. Our students have worked hard to earn their degrees. I ask that you be patient as we recognize each graduate. Graduates, the ushers will direct you to the stage where you will be introduced. Once you have crossed the stage and had your photo taken, please return to your seats. The official degree conferral will take place once all names have been called. Matthew Alton McIntyre. Aidan John Flynn. Jack Thomas Cherry. Joseph Alexander Clinton. Samuel A. Abraham. Mun Chung Chung. Whitson Jeffrey Buck. Brandon Thorne Beers. Vivian T. Hu. Connor Campbell Bear. Bryce Dean Baxter. Reese Morgan Bays. Bridget Marion Armstrong. Kaylee Nicole Buchanan. John Tucker Futtrell. De'Erica E. Jones. Eric Dwayne Berry, Jr. Jenna Page Cheatham. Molly Louise Calhoun. Sophia Marie Cervetti. Amanda Elaine Pylant. Mallory P. Fox. Cameron Alexis Cobb. Lauren Marie Fitzpatrick. Ian Grant Collins. Griffin Scott Livesey. Joseph Craig Lylor. Benjamin D. Cavazzoni. Tyler Jonathan Tolnai. Hannah Louise Pollock. Justin Lawrence Stackhouse. Forrest L. Jackson. Hayward D. Bibby. Payne Collins Brown, Connor Hoffner Schindlever, Sam Wyatt Rains, Shane Joseph Michaud, Henry Murph Duncan, Colleen Ann Blaskowski, Addison Taylor Bickford, Tucker J. Chrisman, Alex Gregory Butler, Ross Rainbolt Cullum, Sela Anna Cooper, Ian Thompson Boyd, Wesley Blair Bacon, Irene Harrell, Alexandra Renee Anastasi, Zoe Francis Abraham, Mohammed Wael Abdallah, Benjamin Mark Clark, Kevin Lawrence Adelsberger, James Marshall Summer, Nathan John Rowlett, Zachary Christopher Coover, Robert Peyton Board, Samuel Ernest Logan Cowell, David Allen Bowman, Maxwell Thompson, Emmanuel Quadwo Blackson, Kennedy Edward Kershaw, Madison B. Davis, Chandler Douglas Edwards, Gwendolyn Ann Honeycutt, Julia Faith Pilo, Jenna Lynn Murphy, Frances Rose Cynthia Sivitz, Ashley Elizabeth Skipper, Kelly Zizi Zhuang, Audrey Elizabeth Rollins, Sydney Grace Davidson, Jordan Browning Clark, Reed Elizabeth Cassidy, Cameron Lee Onidas, Abby Catherine Lockridge, Mary Elizabeth Buchanan, Catherine C. Haley, Colin Edward Howdeshell, Brandon Brown, William Carson Frazier III, Matthew Eric Doucette, Jane Alyssa Hurst, Max Gerald Martin, Michael Stewart Coe, Dean Patrick Peltier, John Simon Heron, Tristan A. Dameron, Jada Simone Bennett, Stephanie K. McAllister, Michael Reed Cannon, John Philip Cost, Riley Grant Covington, Luke Scott Kirby, Ryan Matthew Medders, James Carson Rogers, Nick E. Molnar, Dakota Seth Hester, Isabel Avery Robeson, Mara Elaine Polston, Ori Markham Bautista, Eli Thomas Click, Garrett Michael Bloom, Jack Howell True, Mary Lydia Hines, William Cole Pointer, Drake Norris, Garrett N. Reynolds, William Alec Arnold, Will Samuel Bueckley, Gabriella Isabel Bueckley, Hannah Gail Felton, Kate Lauren Felton, Carly Eliza Hendrickson, Kaylin Ann McGee, Emma Claire Rowan, Mia Jolie Grauman, Avery Elizabeth Kovic, Carly Michelle Jensen, Bailey Elizabeth Bennett, Lovey Klooster, Iris Elizabeth Brashear, Elizabeth Wells Parkinson, Philip John Andrews III, Meredith Lee Brinkley, Catherine Lynn Burnside, Kaylin Elizabeth Hackley, Natalia Kaylin Crabtree, Grace Loretto Plunkett, Emmy Giselle Louise Benoit, Colin Patrick Hudgens, Bailey Perna, Jade Vivian Gallagher, Hannah Barbara Mitchell, Haven K. Smith, Austin Blake Davidson, Matthew J. Foti, William Robert Ward, William Taylor Buckner, Ashley Marie Cox, Emma Grace Glenn, Jenny Knox Barnett, Jordan Alexander Hafner, Benjamin Charles Hall, Catherine Louise Heffernan, Ryan Benjamin Elledge, Nicholas Anthony Colbert, Lucas Richard Jalinak, Amanda Nicole Inman, Shelby Rose Elam, Joseph Peter Boduch, Caitlin Michelle Burris, Taylor Nicole Hill, Catherine Renee Lowe, Grace Elizabeth Caldwell, Kara Jean O'Boyle, Josephine Noel Cropper, Kelly Henley, Emily Ann Wolfson, Lindsay M. Heisinger, Michael James Hawley, Hansel Hong Choi, Tess Lindy Barnes, Katie Rose Bird, Layla Morgan Britt, Chandler Jackson Ford, Wyatt Hollingsworth, Hunter Barrett Eastland, Jackson Keith Kaiser, Anna Kedron Gammons Craig, Lillian Gray Nowell, Kate Elise Hudson, Caroline Isabel McDougall, Morgan Elizabeth Davenport, Dylan Luke Cassidy, Ethan Cloutier, Kaylin Corey Gianni, Jessica Whitley McReynolds, Riley Kathleen Inslee, Christopher Connor Woodley, Charday Lindsay Charles, Christopher Deshawn Cooper Jr., Mason Douglas Brace, Grover Harrison Brown, John Franklin L. Burks, Joseph Benjamin Brannon, Mark Jeffrey Morales, Ryan Curling, Wyatt Dodson Cooper, Patrick Mason Morris, Ethan Christopher Davenport, Hogan Randolph Losh, Andrew Alexander Sale, Balsamo Sinis, Garrett Thomas Yonak, Kenneth Garrett Mooney, Lillian H. Chin, Mandy Michelle Wynn, Licia Karagiosis, Samuel Ellison Kawa, Fallon Rose Nutter, Margaret Jean Alberta, Leanna Harmon, Matthew Crawford, Samantha Elizabeth Slater, Edward Wesley Chadwick, Donald Charles Aiken III, Kaylee Jordan Thornton, Courtney Michelle Paul Minard, Ethan James Bushy, Sullivan Patrick Carr, Timothy Plate, Abigail Lauren Lutz, William Boyd Craig, Mark Norman Yeager, Colin Gray Ewers, Callista Elizabeth Brown, Sarah E. Grindy, Carly Lynn Wolschlager, Madison Elizabeth Howells, Vincent Edward Gonzalez, Brian Luke Bush, James Alexander Brothers, Alexander Griffin Anderson, Allison Bash Messick, Eleanor Ainsley Goodman, Paige Layton Connor, Emily Ann Cronin, Mary Catherine Mifflin, Lauren Ann Jacoby, Michael Coach Chipman, Stephen Lucas Rogers, Elijah T. Snyder, Matthew Gordon Carr, Asher Thomas Perry, Sawyer David Monticello, Colton Daniel Franklin, Peyton Warner Randolph, Spencer Phillips Dodson, Shelby Nicole Barber, Bryce Chance Buchanan, Lauren Strickland Bigelow, Megan Victoria Cousins, Kendall Jordan Craig, Sarah Elizabeth Carver, Sarah Nicole Edmondson, Kaylin Gabrielle Wynn, Emma Grace Coleman, Juliana Rose Budress, Alexander Palmer Burton, Alexandra Nicole Ashmore, Caroline Hope Chadwell, Hudson R. Jones, Carson Blaine Woosley, John Patrick Kavanaugh III, Gabriel Paul Stoddard, Noah Edward Clinkscales, Colby Allen Wade, Cooper Wayne Trice, Connor Samuel McCullough, Owen D. Finch, Lillian Grace Charbonneau, Jennifer DeLynn Henniger, Brooke Nicole Carter, Cameron Ty Cottle, Jaleesa Elizabeth Crane, Kara Marie Cummings, Logan Maddox Kane, Anne-Marie DeBerg, Camden Babbage, Daniel J. Bell, Alexander S. Bertrand, Jacob Edward Jorgensen, Sally Caroline Hoff, Suzanne Elizabeth Detzer, Kira Michelle Ramsey, Sarah Catherine Casey, Sarah Catherine Hopper, Ansley Rose Biggs, Tucker David Clays, Spencer Dean Cossert, Jack Ryan McWilliams, Brandon Arnold Keene, Daniel Lewis Friedenberg, Daniel Elliott Scaff, Daniel Alexander Christopher, Spencer McClellan Andes, Jack Allen Gallagher, Carson Christopher Hoyme, Adam Luai Albaba, Andrea Pineda Mejia, Joseph Keegan Moore, Samuel Payne Trapnell, Jacob Lloyd Kerr, Ramona Shea Mina, Shelby Rieger Stock, Joseph L. McPherson, Cole Watson Connolly, William Jackson Victory, Carson James Caudle, Justin Chandler Stitchler, Samuel McRae Williams, Addison Shea Dozier, Sarah E. Bouchard, Jamie Batson, Jacob M. Bisping, Madison Lee Riebenspies, Emily Ann Ryan, Bonnie Claire Foltz, Taylor Brooke Bondi, Hannah Sharp Southall, Nicole Ann Haggard, Sonia Ellen Edwards, Zoe Solange Velas, Emily Christine Allen, Zhuhui Xiao, Yiwei Li, Jonah Reagan Mikulski, Emily Grace Barnes, Anthony Torres, Bella Raquel Dawson, Isabella Ann Shaw, Nicole Eleanor Whiston, Evan Mitchell Dyer, Michaela Teagan Hadlow, Kendall Donna Friels, Brett Michael Walker, Brennan Charles Jennings, Preston Walker Garner, Michael Lawrence Borton Jr., Justin Avery Etienne Bryant, Justin Lee Marcus, Joseph A. Cato, Maxwell Lewis Baker, Nile Paresh Sheth, Faith Grace Burton, Grace Gorekis, Megan Elizabeth Smith, Matthew S. Carter, Jackson Douglas Beachboard, Andrew Scott Campbell, Andrew Connor Gilmore, Joshua T. Kroll, Emmanuel Corliss, Reagan Richard Carlson, Alan Monroe Bivin, Jackson Laird Palumbo, Benjamin Grant McCurry, Olivia Ann Code, Madison Kaylee Ray Stewart, Autumn Ruth Miller, Samantha Nicole Eyrick, Ashton Elizabeth Clifton, Bailey Lynn Bright, Kevin Wells Lacombe, Zachary Allen Kloss, Andrew Reese Denikin, Presley L. Gott, Carly E. Carnes, Nicole B. Gardecki, Lauren Morgan Floyd, Taylor Ann Jackson, Sophia Gabrielle Poppin, Riley Page Moser, Emma Louise Comerford, Austin Tyler Lee Coppinger, Ariel Ashley Sisson, Sydney Nicole Frazier Luthringer, Micaiah Caitlin Hodges, Alexander Gregory Holmes, Catherine Marie Bates, Abigail Grace Banks, Elizabeth Christine Bronner, Catherine Jean Bailey, Chase Parker Colangelo, Hunter Ricks Smothers, Megan Rose Bosman, Jade Marie Simmons, Jonathan Grant Hayes, Abigail Hannah Burleson, Jacob McNeil Duncan, Evan Ray Brewer, Paul Edward Cunningham, Grace Madeline Homemeyer, Madeline Marie Abate, Caitlin May Affelt, Margaret Catherine Lavrar, Cassidy M. Laconi, Connor James Donahoe, DJ Fugate, Samuel A. Stryker, Samuel Torrey Figueroa, Andrew James DeGeorge, Charles Eric Deaton, Max Joseph Gluck, Caroline Rowan Witt, Catherine Ann Evans, Lacey Elaine Holden, Alyssa Marie McLaughlin, Lillian Grace Hutchins, Elena Mary Patricia Burton, David Austin Gass, Parker Wayne Garrett, Brody T. Murphy, Mary Madison Elizabeth Hay, London Nye Lampkins, Mitchell Craig Pfeiffer, James Matthew Johnston, Mitchell Theron Maxon, Eli Nathaniel Watts, Benjamin James Olson, Colin Seth Godfrey, Alex A. Gridziuk, Philip S. Grass, Darian Roland Riesenover, Erin Lynn George, Savannah Grace Ford, Grace Marie Kathman, Tanner Paul Dealer, Mitchell Logan Waller, Andrew Randall Dunn, Taylor A. Force, Mary Kennedy Neese, Olivia Sarah Boone, Peyton Farron Stanley, Nina Teresa Grasso, Benjamin Thomas Maddox, Jack Gerald Kiley, Peter James Ferdinandi, Garrett Matthew Moore, Max Edward Langen, Deacon Elijah Broda, Robert Andrew Stobierski, Catherine Joy Blansfield, Ilana Demura, Andrew John Brodigan, Cage Ryan Ellis, Brandon Travis Reebok, Ethan Christopher Vesey, Hunter Christian Price, William Montgomery Starkey, Graham Thomas Kelly, Javon D'Angelo Bond, Grayson Leanne Fox, Dane Edward Davis, Cassidy Cheyenne Dodge, Sarah Gonzalez, Olivia Helen Griffin, Leah Elizabeth Alperin, Megan Alexandra Schwartz, Lydia Gail McGee, Delaney Faith Darrow, Alexandria Diane Lovell, Audrey Grace Brown, Haley Jade Elizabeth Babka, Amelia Helen Magid, Harini Vijayakumar, Zane Jared DeFord, Trey Lance Fuston, Maya Camille Brown, Madison Nicole Moore, Gisela Alexandria Davis, Jakayla Alexandria Davis, Casey Lynn Washington, Antonio Maurice Terrell Jr., Jeremiah Ortiz Young, Caroline Ellis Fort, Robbie William Franken, Andrew D. Falkenberry, Elizabeth Mackenzie Kincaid, Olivia Joy Wethy, Madeline W. Vanderhoofen, Madeline Marie Hayold, Soraya Caitlin Gast, Knox Douglas Pridmore, Ryan David Hammett, Sandra Gutierrez, Glenn Alexander Kirby, Samuel Dean Knock, Ian Charles Samuelson, Ethan Patrick Holthouse, Jack Sullivan, Luke A. Asbury, Kevin Patrick McDade, Dominic Ellis, Jack Michael Sheehan, Grace Morrow Flood, Sydney Jacqueline O'Brien, Julia Amber Maddox, Nicholas Joseph Romano, Garrett Wilson Stevens, Maria Lee Comella, Caitlin Nicole Nee, Jacob Cole Knickerbocker, Gregory Michael Jangiulio, Robert Anthony Krakowiak, Lauren Denise Pinkard, Marin Elizabeth Tonelli, Claire Tristan John, Thomas Neil O'Donnell, Tyler Andrew Dykes, Holly Caroline Evans, Justin Power Quinn, Annika Grace Hill, Jackson Paul Jarvis, Haley Christina Hogue, James Frank Hatcher IV, Nathan Michael Kidder, Joshua William Henninger, Jason Scott Kurtzel, Nadia Jabour, Annabelle Marie Jackson, Larry W. Johnson III, Kelly Michelle Hunt, Alyssa Athena Catherine Homsuwan, Aaron James Cosson, Kendra Nicole Jesse, Savannah C. Johnson, Walid Khalid Ibrahim, Alexander Wayne Harper, Bradley Dew Hawk, Brett Davis Hanton, Wesley Jones, Connor Perry Kerr, John Lawton Hauser III, Leah R. Kitchen, Thomas Henry Ivy, Alexander Malcolm Jessup, Andrew Crawford Howard, Ilvan Delgadillo, Kyle V. Kraskowski, Jacob Miller Horn, Cody Culpaper Lake, Samuel Robert Carlson, McIntyre Patrick Bolton, Daniel Beggy, Jack Maddox Lowry, Turner Rosenbaum, Alexander Ganta Bowman, Nicholas James Sheets, Alex Logan Lentz, Alexander Davies Koenig, Ryan Michael Kerrigan, Spencer Bruce Ward, Benjamin Stephen Quasito, James Wilson Hodges III, Robert Cole Dewey, Alexa Hassenius, Lindsay Dragonetti, Jacob Chance William Havlick, Dylan Larson Hukasian, Justin Khalil, Casey Dale Huey II, Skylar Catherine Burt, Jake Michael Rayfield, Michael John Kahn, Ethan James Joint, Justin Andrew Cote, Cullen Shay Colgan, Jackson Todd Shelton, Jackson Charles Slade, Gavin David Goralnik, Blake Whitney Stefano, John Prattley Fowler, Jackson John Etchison, Jacob Matthew Kane, Aidan Lindsay Carter, Benjamin Michael Parson, Ethan Wesley Cox, Zachary John Rockham, Avery Elizabeth Malone, Abigail Claire Poole, Cameron Thomas Cowett, Megan Riley Holt, Olivia Caroline Fiorello, Amanda Rowan McComber, Olivia Michelle Makros, Gabriella Chloe Gosnell, Farah Layton McIntosh, Maggie Grace Kale, Wesley Grayson Etters, Grant Nathan Evans, Kellen Wesley Delaney, Matthew Christopher Catlin, Davis Singh Ranji, Henry Lawrence Wells, Tyler Keith Davis, Jacob William Pettinger, Mackenzie Lee Ullman, Adam Youssef Husseini, Jason Kaler Gaines, Julie Rose Masella, Mary Catherine New, Delilah Abigail Davis, James Clay Norton, Kelly Lynn Holland, Katie Marie Curry, Ian Caleb Whitson, Ashley Marie Duncan, Caroline Marie Eckert, Hannah Rose Haas, Madison Page Edwards, Robert Miller Phillips, Parker Keith Bennett, William Andrew McInnes, Samuel Coleman Estep, John Wesley Keller Jr., Sarah Rose Sewell, Danya Bounce, Kayla Adidin, Matthew Noah DeJardin, John Ryan Dillo, Kurt Isaac Bonilla, Gabrielle Marie Kemp, Julie Lynn Pierce, Madison Torrey Rosenberg, Caitlin Elizabeth O'Neill, Grant William Boone, Brian Stephen Blades, Jack Riley Hickson, William Clayton Harrison, John Andrew Taylor, Zachary Isaac Boyd, Hi Henry Wynn, Langston Hall Isaac, Jack Ryan Harris, Bryson Batson, Donovan Lane Phipps, Molly Marshall Summerall, Emily Caitlin Carter, Ashley Michelle Cook, Julia Camille House, Olivia Marie Gerlach, Madison Elise Pervians, Zoe Grace Swicegood, Maggie Rose Ronco, Erin Elizabeth Moore, Alexandra Nicole Kelly, McAllister Corinne DeShazo, Christopher Donald Mathias, Jackson Thomas Hackney, Cooper Jacob Holbert, Caden Paul Walker Kelly, Hannah Mason Murray, Lillian Francis Weir, Alexis Jade Hollowell, Addison Claire Seeley, Faith M. Husky, Abigail Elizabeth Key, Austin Christopher Parks, Mandy A. King, William Andrew Ducis, Erica Marie Harris, Chase Lambert, Drew Roderick Don McCafferty, Rahib Duri Musa, Ryan Joseph McClear, Riley Naylor, Zachary John Nahila, Avery T. Leduc, Anne Nguyen, Cole Tanner Norris, Jeffrey T. Miller II, Drew Allen Luttrell, Connor Nicholas Myers, Cameron Alexander Helmlinger, Blake Edward Iwaski, Matthew S. McMillan, Anthony Stephen Grant Riley, Aaron G. Spreen, Larkin Cleary Fenning, Julia Sybil Adams, Brittany Lynn Mayer, Ashley Sienna Hall, Sarah Elizabeth Nagy, Paige Ann Dirks, Sarah Elizabeth Lynch, Evan Roberts, Lauren Elise Estelle, Cheney Thomas Shelton, Andrew John Mack, Sydney Renee Lane, Ella Schultz, Blake Alexander Osborne, Andrew William McDowell, Tyler Andrew Marsh, Ethan J. Mitchell, Eden Marie Lampley, Tayano Dante Manfredini, Anthony Michael Nardi, Logan Patrick McMillan, Zoe Elizabeth Moore, Jacob P. Ludwig, William Holt Richardson, Jack Aubrey Ransdell, Sean Patrick Pajolis, Nolan Keith Phillips, Arda Isan Irmak, Bryce David Parker, Hunter Drake Merriman, Dylan James Milani, Andrew Cole Reiser, Noah Kyle Raisin, Benjamin Chandra Mihandahar, Riley Elizabeth Luther, Kieran Ogle, Joshua Michael Gibson, Justin Alexander Maloney, Ian Scott Morgan, Tiffany Nicole Lee, Brandon Allen Myers, James Lawrence Devereaux III, Sophia Catherine Haller, John C. Rentz, Andrew James Jagger, Sophia Elizabeth Lammers, Amy Poffenberger, Liam Alexander Namovsky, John Thomas Paget, Avery Matthew Presson, Ashna Tippernini, Morgan C. Lewis, Amina El-Shayir, Rafaela P. Marzagon, Kiara Ashley Mitchell, Peyton Elizabeth Butler, Kirkland Philip Perkins, Ian Patrick Leonard, Michael Harris Greenberg, Patricia Ann Richardson, Frederick Antonio Richardson, Coy Rain Royal, Elizabeth Kate Oakley, Alexander Jarrett Roebuck, Brittany V. Baker, Turner Patrick Rogers, Wilson Monroe Harris, Jackson Owen Ferguson, Georgia C. King, Catherine Colby Savage, Amanda Rose Haylett, Rutu K. Patel, Joseph Rocco Pagnella, Dominic John Pisania, Matthew Chase Roten, Barrett Elaine Quas, Fletcher Calvin Patterson, Daniel Jason Puckett, Evan Gregory Olds, Fernando Miguel Puentes, Jeremy Ian Meanwell, Lawson Perry Rennie, Ann E. Rosevier, Jarrett Salter Smith, Andrew Bennett Milam, William Walter Wallace Dykes, Riley David Shoemaker, Benjamin Ryan Scavara, Walter Augustine Pickering, Parker Robert Gare, Gavin Joseph Nichols, James Thomas Seeley, Jackson T. Higley, Caden Ryan Rogers, Christina Patricia Coyante, Hallie Lynn Hoppert, Ryan Matthew Price, Mary Elizabeth Mon, Kara Rose Worthy, William Frederick Rice, Karan Hiteshkumar Patel, Shrupti Patel, Shreya Purahit, Layla Alagala, Grace Helen Manganelli, Kelsey Ann Napoleon, Kaylee Marie Anangnastopoulos, Brooke Ann Reese, Brinley Addison Rose, Stephen Lynn O'Fallon II, Bailey M. Perkey, Garrett Mason Lopes, Dylan Roderick Isaacs, Palmer Chase Jenkins, Jake Phillip Evans, William Stanton Brown, Jonathan Gallagher Buell, Logan Joseph McCool, Lawson Cole Carver, Charles Dudley Corwin V, Riley Joseph Schuster, Jackson Chambers Morris, Hampton Grant Peters, Adam Joseph Fleshman, James Luther Payne III, Bradley Elizabeth Dean, Victoria Elizabeth Hill, Braylon Daisy White, Julia Michelle Mondelli, Lauren Towns Lawson, Madeline Sinclair Smith, Hannah Nicole Casey, Anna Clifton Lianos, Kendall Madison Nebel, Julia Ann Marsh, Pamela Augusta Parks, Jenna Christine Feck, Sarah Elizabeth Battistini, Frances Hagan Minnam, Ashley Smith Heavey, Abigail Nicole Conlon, Abigail Elizabeth Williams, Ashley Jordan Hines, Savannah Kaylee Lovell, Ryan Perkins Green, Curtis Wayne Lance, Ian Robert McGilvery, Eli Brock Sharp, Caitlin Rose Rowland, Hope Haley Lowe, Brooke Ann Bellinghausen, Taylor Shea Osborne, Julia Marie Porch, Mallory June Redmond, Jillian Stigler, Frank A. Wilk IV, Logan Bryce Hooper, Jackson Payne Snodgrass, Jack Bradford Job, Spencer Lee Smith, Fred Gerard Tavaletti Jr., Duncan Charles Sublett, Sadler J. Shemlock, Tanner J. Sanford, Perry Jackson Warner, Trevor Sage Robinson, Arthur Leal Manchester V, Christopher Noble Saxon, Taylor Payne Stafford, Wilson Kenneth Swan, Hayden Reed Smith, Christopher Theodore White, Jessica Paresh Patel, Nicholas Servine, Kush Patel, Anola Grace Smith, Emmy Renee Seabach, Emma Catherine Standley, Matthew Merlucci, Benjamin Baylor Smith, Jarius Charles Sarton, Andrew Hall Summer, Dawson J. Hall, Cole Edwin Gaither, Truett Jacob Trotter, Cooper Thomas McCreary, William Morgan Rimke, Zachary Evan Prosmushkin, Gracie Ann Hawley, Ashlyn Rose Ezzo, Amanda Lynn Menning, Caitlin Carter Smogy, Grace Lee Whitmer, Mary Elizabeth Ciano, Catherine Mackenzie Gallagher, Grace Isabella Tucker, Caroline Alexis Reams, Elizabeth Ann Ragsdale, Hayden Elizabeth Ventris, Catherine Marie Oliver, Elizabeth Grace Harwood, Carly Grace Shabo, John Henry Turner IV, Ethan James Oakes, Sarvina Nabiyeva, Carson Wayne Twaits, Elliot G. Tillman, Caitlin Danielle Snell, Lindsay Taylor Savell, Emma Grace Tull, Connor W. Thurston, Theodore G. Pesnola, Chad A. Centel, Brady Logan Stevens, Avery Reese Tuman, Morgan Bay Sucadis, Madeline C. Stout, Julia Bandy Surface, Preston Alexander Price, Peyton S. Stout, Caroline Yaladich, Addie Elizabeth Rogers, Sophie Rose Harris Qualls, Paul Jason Taal, Elise Brianna Lovell, Bailey Ray Tumlin, Brinley Alexandria Garrison, Eric E. Vasquez, Joshua Caleb Smith, Daniel James Scruggum, Michael Atef Shinoda, Erin Elizabeth Shanahan, Madison Renee Sterling, Madison K. Murray, Ethan Patrick Sherrill, Matthew Tyler Morin, Wyatt Thomas Simpson, Stanton Walker Sweeney, Brandon Davis Webster, Walker Allen Tyndall, Abigail Rose Bacci, Gabriella Marie Natale, Elizabeth Ann Wally, Vrinda Barajwaj, Farrell R. Scott, Divya Venkatesh, Janaki Srinath, Chandler Riley Palmer, Joaquin Subihana, Grace Virginia Sprandel, Nicole Alexandra Smart, Sydney Brooke Corley, Sydney Suzanne Shepard, Catherine Camaraza, Catherine Diana Coons, Sarah Elizabeth Mosley, Alexis Sarawan, Summer Pukam Suwanasing, Taylor Jordan Schley, Ashlyn Olivia Sauser, Christina Ann Leahy, Ethan Michael Shipley, Kendall Shea Ketron, Lillian Ann Morris, Charles Hunter Higgins, Ryan Michael Hain, Charles Joseph Rao, Bradley Scott Rowlandson, Braden C. Meese, Connor Terrell, William Charles Greenman III, John Raymond Wade, William Ryan Cannon, Sebastian Gonzalez Madero, Charles Evan Pope, Jackson Overton Taylor, Samuel Connor Wicks, Jack Sisk, Berkeley Harrer Byron, Sarah Elizabeth Johnson, Jacob Brian Medlin King, Troy Joseph Podvin, Spencer Hayden Wood, Caleb Ryan Schwartz, Vandry L. Morrison, Hayden Joshua Lowe, Zachary Lipscomb White, Harrison Dean Mosley, William A. Wilson, Bernard Sampson Moss II, Clayton Michael Smith, Ian Tarkington McCullough, Jonah W. Stooksbury, Taylor Jarrett Alford, Joseph Benjamin Nolan, Xander Lawson Pritt, Andrew Brooks Gibson, William Strange Hunt V, William C. LaLance, Joseph Pierce Kaiser, John Buchanan Richardson V, Connor Hayes Hurt, William Christopher Crecilius, Mason Alexander Tincher, Brendan Jacob Rose, Benton Schuyler Richardson, Jer Allen Maynard, Olivia Kaylin Manning, Robert Michael Blumenkrantz, Dirk Odysseus Stassinos, David J. McDaniel, Spencer Childress Correll, Charles T. Sheridan, Jared Baldwin Walker, Samuel O'Neill Melton, Olivia Faith Somona, Andrew Patrick Williams, Nathan Alexander Wilkinson, Martha May Fix, Sydney Mackenzie West, Grace Caroline Mayer, Sophia Marietta Libertor, Nathan Alexander Villanueva, Dakota Reed, Kaya Simone Moore, Jolena Lenice Wheeler, Alexis Locker, Mackenzie Moyers, Alexander Louis Zelke, Tomas Antonio Montano, Liam Vaughn Huber, Christopher Allen Villalobos, Luciana Rebecca Vasquez, Riley Ann Clayton, Noah Davis Stoneman, Peyton Nicholas Steele, William Whitaker Longbine, Hope Wedgren, Jennifer Laura Meschler, Haley Elizabeth Fairchild, Charles James Sipe, Ryan Patrick Gallagher, Peyton Curtis Solomini, William Edwin Lawson, Austin Tanner Walker, Corbin Strader Wall, Daniel James Williams, Jared Lay, Colton Matthew Reedy, Connor G. Haste, Tyson Andrew Terrace, Adam Reese Williams, Susan Yang, Alexander Wu, Gabriel Lee Laughing, Ryan Michael Zurcher, John Cole Weekster, Zachary Thomas Wheaton, Wyatt Morgan Zara, Colton Shane Watson, Alexander James Whiteley, Brian Richard Renker, Wesley Grant Weeks Jr., David Wu, Sean M. Veal, Ryan Lee Hill, Chase Aaron Weber, Carter Shaw Breeding, Brian Luong, John Thomas Messinetti, William Reed Wheeler, Kennedy Drew Leach, Chloe C. Weaver, Chloe Bond Williams, Caitlin Marie Smith, Heather Nicole Manis, William Calvin Lindebum, Rebecca Ann Major, William Noah Whiteley, Lakesia Nakia Houston, Lilia Elise Rolston, Bobby Renee White, Jonathan E. Lopez, Maggie Claire Vaughn, Michael Allen Stevens, John Robert Hauser, Elijah Manuel Perkins, Bailey E. Nicholas, Dodger Busby Vest, Mason Lee Vaughn, Emma Nicole Kuchakian, Lauren Ovidal, Samantha L. Germain, Joshua Paul McKeithen, Jose Carmen Vieira Relma, Joshua Daniel Yenser, Whit T. Williams, Jesse Cameron Pratty, Evan Michael Vexnoris, Matthew Lane Robison, Seth Thompson Bailey, Guy William Parmeter, Garrett Michael Pittman, Logan Michael McGavick, William Tinsley Pruitt, Miles Scott McFerrin, Dylan Bowen Morales, Austin Clay Wright, Connor Francis Stein, Daniel Scott Welch, Dominic Vincent Pagano, Jesse Mark Long, Andrew Polina, Jack Ryan Parr, Kyle Andrew Hall, Ethan Michael Pope, Holland Elizabeth White, Riley Ann McAuliffe,
At this time, I would like to welcome to the podium Colonel William Estep, Professor of Aerospace Studies, U.S. Air Force ROTC, Detachment 800. Colonel Estep will commission our graduating cadets into the Armed Forces of the United States. Colonel Estep.
Thank you, Dr. Norris. I'd like to thank the University of Tennessee and the Haslam College of Business for this opportunity to commission the cadets that are making their way towards the stage. First, I would like to congratulate all the graduates here today. This is a tremendous accomplishment in your life, and I'm excited for the innovation and advancements you each have the opportunity to bring to the world around us. Ladies and gentlemen, the cadets that you see coming towards you have each volunteered and successfully completed a rigorous program allowing them to become military officers in the United States of America. Joining the Air Force today is John Hauser, Bailey Nicholas, Elijah Perkins, and Michael Stevens. And now it's time to administer the oath of the office. Would the officer candidates please come to attention, raise your right hands, and repeat after me. I state your name. Having been appointed as second lieutenant in the United States Air Force, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter. So help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 brand new second lieutenants for the United States Air Force.
Thank you, Colonel. Wow, this has been a great, wonderful, big orange kind of day, hasn't it? Oh, you can make more noise than that. Come on. Before Chancellor Plowman confers degrees, we would like to say congratulations to the class of 2023. Yeah, you can let them know, yeah. Graduates, as reminders, as vols for life, please remember, wear orange on Fridays. Attend your alumni events. Stay in touch with us. And don't you ever forget that Rocky Top will always be home sweet home. Once again, I encourage you to use UT Grad 2023 as you share your posts and pictures on social media. As a reminder, when the ceremony ends, all guests and graduates are asked to exit up the stairs to the concourse level. And now, graduates, it's my pleasure to turn our commencement ceremony over to Chancellor Plowman who will confer your degrees. Chancellor Plowman.
Okay, we're going to make this official, and in just a minute, I'm going to confer your degrees, and in a minute, you're going to move your tassels also, which acknowledges the transition from student to graduate. This is a special moment for you to celebrate. First of all, you made it to 11-7 in record time. Good job, and showed a lot of patience and respect for your colleagues. So, this is really an important time to all of us to celebrate your hard work. So, degree candidates, please rise. Okay, your presence here today demonstrates that you have done all of the work. You've completed all of the requirements for your degree. On behalf of the state of Tennessee and the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degrees for which you have been recommended. Undergraduates, you may now move the tassels from right to left. Graduates, we are so proud of you, and we want you to always remember this moment. We are going to close the ceremony, as we always do, by singing the alma mater together, your first time to sing it as an alum. After the alma mater, at my direction, we will take a few moments to celebrate and soak in this experience. At that time, you can throw your hats if you want, snap some photos with your friends, find your family, and let's all cheer as loud as we can. This is your moment to celebrate yourself and what you've accomplished, as well as all these people who've helped you along the way. After the celebration, the stage party will recess and the ceremony will be officially conducted. So please stand for the alma mater. And congratulations again to everyone here today. Thank you for celebrating with us, and go Vols. Okay, are you ready? We're going to count this down, and you're going to help me with it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.